Hi, I'm Arabella from VOTARY.
And I'm Charlotte, Arabella's VOTARY Co-founder. We are going to start by talking about what we planned when we set up the business. So what were we planning when we first set up the business?
We didn't actually have a plan.
We had one sheet of paper, do you remember?
Yeah, at the very most. Go back to the very beginning. We were friends and we were having lunch one day. Charlotte said to me, I was a makeup artist and a beauty editor, and Charlotte said to me, come on, tell me, what's the latest thing? What should I be using on my skin? And in a fairly annoying way, I said, well, to be honest, I use an oil to take my makeup off and I use an oil to moisturise. And I haven't really done anything else to my skin for the last 2 years and it's never been happier.
I just knew that Arabella had this amazing client list as a makeup artist. So if she was blending her own products and facial oils and using them on those clients and on her own skin, and her clients were happy with it and she was happy with it, then probably the products were really quite amazing. And I thought that there would be an opportunity to create a brand that would allow us to share those products with a much wider audience. I made you do it.
Yeah, it went from being a very haphazard kitchen table thing to what VOTARY is today, which is an amazing natural skincare line that is beautiful and is very transformational, and it's something to be proud of.
Are you proud of it?
Hugely proud of it.
You should.
Kind of a bit amazed.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You sort of have to pinch yourself sometimes and say, did we really just do that in the last 3 years?
How do you think we did it? Why do you think it's worked?
I think it's worked because none of it has ever been forced. I was making products that I wanted to use on myself and that I wanted to use on my clients, and
that's a really great thing, actually, because it's one of the things that makes it relatively easy for us, is that we don't do, you know, big brands will go and do focus groups and consumer research and stuff. We don't do any of that. We just sit around and go, what do I want in my bathroom? What does my skin really need at the moment? And then we just go and make that and hope that other people are going to want it too. Do you remember the whole superseed thing? Do you remember how? So superseed is a really important part of our range. It's a fragrance-free facial oil made of 22 superseed oils. And what's really different about it is that it's fragrance-free. It doesn't mean it doesn't smell.
Superseed has a very unique smell. I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful product, and it smells very earthy and woody, and it smells of the natural seed oils. But we had some really quite sleepless nights before we launched it.
There's nothing else that smells like it. And when people think of fragrance-free, they think of sort of medicinal brands that just smell of nothing. And we were really worried that no one was going to like it, but we really loved it. So we launched it, and it's our best-selling product.
Yeah. Got to take risks.
Yeah, or just be silly enough to do whatever you want to do. What's the hardest thing, do we think, about working together and trying to build this brand?
I think for us it's logistical, because we don't live in the same place or work from the same office. Yeah. I live in one part of the UK, Charlotte lives in another. And I mean, we set the business up like that, so that's nothing new. So we work remotely, and technology allows us to do that really quite brilliantly, I think. And we sit on FaceTime hours every day. At the same time, I feel like sometimes we don't really know what's going on in each other's work. So that's the challenge, is to sort of communicate what we're doing without giving you a sort of laundry list of everything I've done that day.
Yeah, and I think the other challenge is finding time to do the sort of more blue sky creative bits, you know, that there isn't necessarily a timing plan for, but it's talking about, you know, what could we shoot for our next video for YouTube? Or I don't know, I feel like sometimes that's the hard bit, is there isn't the sort of chat over coffee that you would get in a normal office environment.
How much do I think luck has played a part in our journey? I think that it's played a huge part. There's no doubt that we've had some lucky breaks. Yeah. I also think, though, that we've created those opportunities for ourselves through hard work. And that might be perceived as luck, and actually it's just recognising the right opportunities and seizing them at the right time. I think I juggle work-life balance by accepting that it's not perfect. I think the minute that you do that, it all gets a bit easier.
You want to try and do everything really well, and you want to try and do your work really well, and then you want to try and be the perfect parent who's there to pick up after school, and then you want to be the perfect parent who can also do the maths homework, right?
That ship has sailed.
I get home and the kids get home, and sometimes if I haven't eaten, so if I haven't managed to have lunch, and I'm actually a bit hungry and cranky, and the kids don't come home, they're hungry and cranky, things can get pretty
Yes,
difficult.
yeah. You're letting it out on each other.
Yeah, exactly. When actually you need, because the kids come home, they're a bit discombobulated, and you need to be the sort of steadying influence, and you've got no steadying left in you.
And also they will press your buttons and tug on all the wrong strings, and say things to you like, "You're going away again, mummy?
Yeah.
But you were away last week."
I do find that having a piece of toast before the kids come through the door can be really helpful. Just so that I'm not starving.
Carbs.
Carbs are good.
Work-life balance, carbs.
My kids are definitely proud. They're really proud of VOTARY, which is really nice. It means a lot to me. And they follow really closely what we do. And
also, you've got teenagers and they're actually using the products, which is
they're using the products, yeah.
But mind you, my kids are using, mine are younger, and I tell you what, there is no better way to take off a face full of face paint than the VOTARY cleansing oil. I swear to God, it is life transforming.
It melts away. It's really quick because my stress alleviator is leaving the room. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Hi, I'm back. Hi everyone, this is Mao. Mao is my Siberian forest cat. Mao's very grumpy right now because she actually wants her lunch. But she is my little friend and I find her very soothing. And if I'm stressed and, if I can't sleep at night,
Look at that face.
I come down to the kitchen and I just give her a cuddle and then I go back to sleep. And she's very sweet, but right now she's very grumpy because she wants her lunch.
Fluffball to end all fluffballs. So my way of dealing with stress and anxiety is going for a walk, preferably in the morning. Like my ideal time would be having just dropped the kids off and before I sit at my desk, and just stomping over the fields. Yeah. And even better actually if it's with my husband, because it gives us a chance to kind of catch up and talk about things, and it's quite hard to fit that in these days. That and a hot bath at the end of the day.
Yes, you're obsessed with your hot baths.
Pretending I do. Yeah.
It's the bath.